Hey everyone, welcome back to Seaway Sports Lounge. This is Ryan. I decided, you know what? I might as well do a quick update. I mean, it's 12:05 a.m. right now when I'm recording this, and why not, eh? So anyway, it's 12:05 on the 28th of July. So I figure, you know what? We'll give a quick video to see what's going on in the world right now because we won't be doing an episode later today. So anyway, with that, let's get right into it. So first of all, first one we're doing. So Bubba Watson, who's two-time master champion, has decided he's the next guy to leave for the LIV Tour. Now that is some pretty another big name that's decided to go, and this thing is just gaining steam. And I I really don't know what to make of it all. I mean, as we mentioned in our last episode about it, that this basically the money and the way it's set up is a good chance that this is actually going to be very lucrative for the LIV Tour and for these guys that are signing. So it doesn't surprise me another big name decides to go, but Bubba Watson's been around a little while anyway. So he's the latest to go. Anyway, I hope he has success there, like all the others will probably will. And anyway, just it continues to develop. And as this develops, more players are going to go, and we'll continue to report it and see as it builds. So yes, Bubba Watson, two-time master champ, has decided to go to LIV Tour. So the second thing that's happening is Mr. Toews, Jonathan Toews from the Blackhawks, feels that he doesn't feel that the rebuild that's going on in Chicago, it doesn't appeal to him. Now, I don't blame him. I mean, the man's a multi-cup champion. He's older in his career now, and he's moving along now. And I think he obviously wants to continue to win championships. But right now, it doesn't seem like Chicago has any interest in doing anything remotely close to that, and they're just not doing that right now at all. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to Jonathan Taves and Kane as well. Kane and Taves have been linked in rumors that I've read and Typhoon has read that there'll be probably trades or demand to be traded soon, or if already. I don't know. I don't know what the Blackhawks are doing. I really don't get their plan. I don't see a plan. I don't understand why they're getting rid of these young players, as we've talked about in the previous episodes. I guess we're just gonna have just like the LIV Tour earlier, we're gonna have to wait and see what do they have in mind. I don't know. I just really don't know. It baffles me. But anyway, but yes, so that's what's happening in Chicago right now. Our next headline is the MLB trade deadline, which is coming up in early August. Now, this is usually pretty big deal for MLB, obviously, just like the NHL trade deadline. A lot of teams can make big decisions, who they can move, who wants to go for it, who wants to rebuild, who wants to move off their prospects or do whatever it takes to win. So it'll all depend on what they want to do. So right now, as of tonight, the first big name fell off the mark, fell off the list. Benintendi of the Royals, he got traded tonight to the Yankees for three prospects. So that was the latest that just happened actually not long ago. That trade is the first of many to come. I believe that, and his name was mentioned on a few of the lists that I saw. So anyway, he's gone to the Yankees, and now we're going to see who else goes. As for the Jays, the rumor has been talked and mentioned actually that someone mentioned that they were looking probably for a right-handed reliever and probably a bat to help bolster what they already have. Now, the Jays are in a position, I think, to make a run for it. They're in a playoff spot solid right now. Pretty good. They're actually getting warmed up again. They've been winning and lose. They've been winning more than they've lost. So they're starting to heat up. So I'm hoping they'll have a great second half, which they usually do, last few years anyway. So we'll see what they do. But anyway, that's the first big trade to fall tonight. More to come in the next few days. If there's big trades or big news, we'll absolutely pass it along to you. So that way you're informed of what's happening in the trade deadline. So moving on to golf now. So Brooke Henderson. Now, Brooke Henderson is a resident of the area we're from in Eastern Ontario in Canada. And she's from the town of Smiths Falls. And she just won her second major championship this week. It just passed. Because of that, all the preparation, all the other things that have gone on, what I was reading on tsn.ca, and that will be posted in the links below, that she's decided to withdraw from the Scottish Open. And she's decided to do that because she wants to rest up for the AIG Women British Open, which I'm sure she's done a lot of press releases, lots of interviews. I mean, this is a big deal for her. I mean, she's been a rising star, the Women's Golf League and Golf Association. She's been pretty powerful in there, and it's really nice to see a local resident of our area to be in this position, a Canadian on top of that. Pretty cool, I have to say. And congrats to Brooke, and I hope she continues to soar with Ladies Golf Tour. So moving on to the next, I believe this will be the last one, is a little bit of hockey. Quick one. Puljujarvi from the Edmonton Oilers decided to avoid arbitration. He signed a 1-year deal with $3 million. Now, this player has numbers that aren't flattering. I'll be honest, they're not flattering numbers. And I guess they decided to go with $3 million. I'm not sure why. I mean, he could have got a modest increase, in my opinion, for what he produces, to show that he can actually do what he said he was going to do. But I guess Edmonton decided to give him what he needed. So anyway, that was one of the signings of obviously the big mega quake trade that happened earlier this week, or earlier last weekend, was the Florida Panthers and the Calgary Flames making a deal. As we mentioned in our previous podcast, there was waves that Tkachuk told Calgary Flames he wasn't staying. Well, Flames made a move. They made a big trade. They moved him to Florida, and I believe a 4th-round draft choice for a lot of return. They ended up getting Jonathan Huberdeau. They ended up getting Weegar, the defenseman. And I believe they ended up picking up a few draft picks, a couple first and second. I'll have to confirm that. But and I believe a 3rd player as well. It was a very large package. Anyway, I guess they decided to make that trade. I mean, good for Calgary. I mean, it's only going to matter if they can re-sign Weegar and Huberdeau, which there's been rumblings they will, but there's not any indication it will happen yet, because both these guys are UFAs at the end of the year, coming up this year, and it's going to be a pretty lucrative UFA market next year, according to what I was reading on Cap Friendly. So it's going to be a matter of time. We'll have to see what they do and go from there. Those are all of the kind of hit points right now that are happening lately in the last few days. We wanted to give this quick update. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you like our content and what we do, please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button on the YouTube channel. This will help develop the channel more and helps us greatly with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to find out more content and notifications, please hit the little bell beside the subscribe button. That'll give you notifications when new content comes up. And also on Spotify, Audible, and Anchor, and actually Amazon Music for podcasts now. We've actually expanded our reach now a little more. So we have multiple platforms that you can listen to us or watch us. So please feel free to look at any of those. They will be linked in the comments below. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you, and Typhoon will see you in the next video. Have a good night, guys.